Jeff, that board on the boardwalk has still not been fixed. What is taking so long? Are you beach patrol or beach beam?
Peggy Lynn, I promised you that I would get to it today, and I will get to it today. All right?
Well, somebody is going to get hurt. Some little tourist child is going to fall right through that and break their leg. Do you really want the island Facebook page getting flooded with angry parental comments? You know what those summer tourists are like. They're savages.
The island sustains itself on those tourists, Peggy Lynn, and every year you complain about them.
That's because every year they get worse and worse. I swear, this island used to really mean something, Jeff. It used to be special. It stood apart.
Yeah, we know, Peggy Lynn. We've all heard all about it.
And yet you still have no concept of it, because of course you wouldn't. You couldn't. You're a transplant.
You know what, lady?
What, man?
We're all getting real sick and tired of you thinking you're all special just because you're from here.
I can't help it if I care about this place.
Yeah, but almost everybody has moved here at some point. Just because your family has been here for a long time, it doesn't make you special, you know?
On the contrary, Beach Patrol Jeff, it makes me the very definition of the word.
And that's why the people around here don't like you, Peggy Lynn, because you're all full of yourself. All up your own tuchus about your heritage and bossing everybody else around and such.
How long have you been on this island, Jeff?
Since I was 19.
And how old are you now? 40?
I'm 35, thank you very much.
So then you've been here long enough to see the changes that have been happening, right? The changes for the worse?
Like what? Please, explain yourself.
Like the arcade, the sugar shack? Did you know that Mayor Tillis is actually considering approving a go-kart track? Go-karts, Jeffrey!
Go-karts? Wow, that would actually be pretty cool.
Pretty cool? Are you out of your mind? That's going to destroy this entire island, don't you understand?
Would you just chill out already? There's plenty of space on this island for everybody.
Don't you get it, Jeff? It starts with small concessions, then little by little, you become just another commercial vacation destination. And then everything that makes this place special is gone.
You're overreacting. Wasn't your original complaint about fixing the boardwalk?
It's about standards, Jeff, and the fact that ours are slipping away, and have been for a long time.
You need to calm down, Peggy Lynn. People are starting to get concerned about you.
Oh, they are they? People are beginning to talk, huh?
Yeah, that's right, they are. And if you aren't careful, you're going to find yourself committed.
Excuse me?
You heard me. You're beginning to act like the island crazy lady.
Act like I am the island crazy lady, Jeff, haven't you heard? Just like my mother was, and her mother before her.
Yeah, believe me, I've heard the stories.
Good. Then you've also heard how feisty we can be. Now, would you please go and fix the boardwalk before I have to show you any further?
I'll take care of it today. You have my word on that.
You better.
Hey, Shirley, have you heard anything from Kyle yet on those jet skiers?
They towed them out just fine, I heard.
Oh, well, that's great.
But your friend Peggy Lynn is another story.
Oh no, what's going on with her? I just talked with her a few hours ago.
She wants to know if you fixed that boardwalk yet.
I haven't even had a chance to go down to the depot for replacement parts yet.
Well, you better get on it, because she's waiting for you down there.
You mean she's waiting for me down on the boardwalk?
Yep, that's what she said. And she also said that she's going to stand there and watch until you fix it right.
Okay, that's it. I have totally had it with this woman. She is completely out of her mind.
Well, you know Peggy Lynn. She's practically an honorary deputy.
She's nothing but an old busybody with an attitude problem.
She's definitely that too, but her family has been on this island for 5 generations.
So what? I still fail to see how that makes her so special.
Well, no one else on the island can say that, that's for sure.
None of that gives her the right to judge everyone else, or make crazy demands like she does.
Well, some of her demands aren't so crazy.
Like what?
Like what she called in about earlier.
I'm fixing the boardwalk today.
No, it's not that. It's the tourists and their lights again.
Wait, you mean the tourists are using flashlights on the beach?
It seems like no matter how many signs we post about the sea turtles hatching, we just can't seem to get it through their heads. bright lights confuse them.
I swear, why do we even make those signs up if these people aren't going to follow them?
I don't know, Jeff, but if these people keep shining bright lights on the beach, our turtles are going to end up walking into Island Dave's instead of the ocean.
And I don't think Island Dave would handle that very well.
I think he'd handle it better than Peggy Lynn would.
Ugh, Peggy Lynn.
Shirley, it's Peggy Lynn. Where is Jeffrey? Have you seen him? I think Jeff is out running an errand, Peggy Lynn. Could I help you with something? No, you most certainly cannot. Not unless you have the authority to tell these new arrivals on Pelican Avenue to stop frightening the sea turtles. I don't know if I can do that, but why don't you just tell me what happened? What do you think happened? The same old, same old. Some new family moved into the Wavecrest house for a week, and just as soon as the sun went down, the little children were out there on the beach with a flashlight, digging into the sand. Well, that certainly is a violation, Peggy Lynn. You're darn tootin' it's a violation, and these tourists have been getting away with it for far too long. I agree with you there, ma'am. Then why the heck does it seem like I'm the only one on this island who cares about these turtles? Who cares that they hatch and get to the ocean where they belong? I care about the turtles, Peggy Lynn. Well, you certainly don't seem to act like it. If you did, you'd be doing something about it. Look, which house did you say it was? 104 Pelican Avenue, the Wavecrest property. All right, fine. I'll see to it that the family is spoken to, all right? By who? By the beach bum boy or by somebody with some actual weight around this island? I'll take care of it, Peggy Lynn, okay? But what are you going to do? Will you just trust in the system for once, woman? Ha! Trust in the system? Trust in you? That's a laugh. Well, I'm glad you think it's funny that we're all trying to do our jobs the best we can. I'm sure that you are, Shirley. You've been here your whole life. You care about this place. Jeff cares about this place too, you know. There's a reason he decided to stay here after he was stationed inland. Yeah, but he can't care about it like we can. It's home for us, Shirley. It's always going to be fundamentally different. I think he's proven himself over the last 10 years on patrol. Yeah, proven himself to do whatever the city fathers want him to. Well, it's not all bad, right? How things are changing. Excuse me? I don't know. My kids really like the arcade. Sure, I bet they do. And I bet they'll really love the go-karts, too, and all the pollution and noise that those will bring. Yeah, I guess that's true. If Mayor Tillis wants to turn Apple Island into an amusement park, he can try. But it's not going to happen on my watch. Peggy Lynn, one thing at a time. Let's focus on the sea turtles for now. Yeah, you better tell that Jeffrey to have a word with those yahoos in Wavecrest before I do myself. Hey, Jeff, where are you?
I'm, just checking on something at the Red Parrot.
Checking on something? Like what?
Just, making sure that they're up to code and stuff.
Pardon my ignorance, Jeff, but the last time I checked, that was the fire department's job, not beach patrol. You aren't having a rum runner on the job, are you?
What? No, not at all. That's just crazy. I haven't stopped into the Red Parrot during work hours for recreation in years.
And you better not do it again.
So what do you need anyway? I'm busy.
I just wanted you to know that Peggy Lynn is very concerned about the new family staying at Wavecrest.
Ugh, now what? Noise?
No, light.
Doesn't that woman know that I can't go after every person that shines a flashlight on the beach? I'd never be able to get any other work done.
Work like drinking rum runners at the Red Parrot?
Look, can't you just tell her that I'll get to it?
Well, you better get to it fast, because if you don't, she will.
Do you really think that she'd be crazy enough to approach those tourists herself?
I don't know, Jeff. A few years ago, maybe not. But now, I think she's all out of craps to give.
What's her problem, anyway? You know her better than I do.
Her problem? What do you mean?
I mean, I get that she wants to protect the island from destruction and all that, but what's her stake in it?
Her stake?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like she has any kids to pass that rickety old house on to. What is she even fighting for?
I guess maybe that's just it, Jeff. This island. Conserving it. That's what she sees her legacy as.
Well, that's all well and good, but does she have to be such a jerk about it?
She's angry. I can't say I blame her.
Oh, not you too.
Not me too, what?
Now you're going to be all high and mighty about letting the riffraff in? Wow. I never pegged you for being an elitist, Shirley.
I'm not an elitist, Jeff, but you have to admit that there's been some serious disrespect of this place the last few years.
Disrespect like what?
You've said it yourself that you found way more cigarette butts on the beach.
Yeah, that's true.
Bottle caps, beer cans.
Yep, all true.
I'm as wary of nostalgia as the next girl, but this isn't that.
So what can we do? Raise the fines on littering? We tried that. It's nearly impossible to enforce.
I don't know what you can do, but you can start by admitting that Peggy Lynn has a point.
Ugh, I'll talk to the family that has been using the flashlights on the beach. We have the numbers of anyone renting houses. If she talks to you again, just tell her that. Hello, is this Mr. Showalter? Greg Showalter?
Yeah, and who the heck wants to know?
Apple Island Beach Patrol, that's who, mister.
Oh, well, okay. What can I help you with, officer?
I'm not exactly an officer or anything like that.
So what are you then, like a lifeguard or something?
No, not a lifeguard. I patrol the beaches, and as a matter of fact, we've had quite a few complaints about you and your family, sir.
Me and my family, is that so?
It is so, as a matter of fact.
Well, I would love to hear why, considering that we have been doing nothing but mind our own business, enjoying these fine beaches.
And that is why we've had many complaints of you and your children being on the beach late at night with flashlights digging in the sand.
And so what? What's wrong with being on the beach at night with a flashlight?
Well, nothing, but we just ask that you put red tape over your flashlight so the bright light won't disturb the nesting sea turtles.
So can you, arrest us or something?
Well, no, not exactly.
So what kind of an island is this where y'all can't go walking around on the beach with a flashlight at night? I mean, they just a bunch of dumb turtles. How is it my fault they can't find their way to the dumb sea? It's right there in front of them, for crying out loud.
Obviously, sir, you went to school in one of our fine state-run institutions.
Hey, what's that mean, Mr. Fancy Pants Beach Patrol? Are you saying I'm gay?
Wait, what? No, I'm saying you're stupid.
Hey, you can't call a guest on your island stupid or gay. I'm liable to call the Apple Island Tourism Board on you. You understand, Mr. Beach Cop?
And they'll back me up 100%, Mr. Showalter.
All right, you want to go to war with me? I'll show you who you are going to war with.
What do you mean?
This is my vacation. Me and mine are going to do whatever we want to do with it. You ain't going to stop us. No damn turtle going to stop us. And ain't nobody else on this island ever going to stop us neither.
Anyone else? On this island, you say?
Yeah, go ahead and try it, jerkwad. You don't know me, you don't know where I've been, who I know.
Precisely, Mr. Showalter. Precisely.
Jeffrey, did you ever talk to the Yahoos in Wavecrest, or am I gonna have to do it for you?
Well, good evening to you, Peggy, and thanks for noticing the fixed boardwalk.
Yeah, I noticed it. Thanks for doing your job. That was real big of you. But I need to know what's going on with the Yahoos.
I talked to them, okay? Well, one of them.
The man? Did you talk to the man or the woman?
The man, Showalter.
Uh-huh. And what was he like?
He was a little bit rough around the edges.
Uh-huh. He rolled you, didn't he, Jeff? He ran right over you, roughshod.
It's not over, okay? I mean, he doesn't know who he's dealing with, right?
Who, a pansy beach bum who spends half his shifts hitting on waitresses at the Red Parrot?
No. I was referring to a certain local loon with a bug up her bum about customs being breached.
Wait a minute. Are you giving me free rein?
Now, let's not go crazy here. You can't just go and throw them out of the rental or anything. In fact, you really can't do anything except...
Except what?
Except be yourself.
Myself? Well, what the heck does that mean, Jeffrey? Who else would I be?
You still have the friend in the rental office, right? Barb?
Of course I know Barb. I know everybody on this island.
Well, she could get you Wavecrest's number. You could have a little talk with Mr. Showalter about Apple Island's passion for the sea turtles.
And keep it just between us and the gulls, right, Jeffrey?
Right, Peggy Lynn.
Is this, Mr. Greg Showalter?
Oh, who is this? Beach Patrol again? Look, dude, I'm not interested in you policing me or whatever. Do you got it?
Oh, no, this is not Jeffrey the Beach Bum. Greg. Far from it.
Oh, then who is this? One of his dumb little island local friends?
Close, but no cigar.
What's that supposed to mean?
What is it with you tourists?
What about us?
Why can't you just show some respect for the place that you're coming to enjoy? But instead it's always just parties and trash and upsetting the turtles.
Oh, great, here we go with the turtles again.
You don't know who you're dealing with, Greg. My family has been on this island for 5 generations.
Okay, and that's supposed to mean something to me?
It may not mean anything to you, but it means everything to me. And it means that you and your family better darn well start respecting this here island.
Respect, huh?
That's right. RESPECT.
And what would you know about respect?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, let's just say you seem pretty frickin' disrespectful to me right about now.
Where are you and your family from, Greg?
That ain't none of your business.
Well, I'm making it my business.
No, you ain't.
Listen, why don't you just get a clue and shut the lights out at night, okay? Is that really too much to ask? Don't you care about conserving turtle life?
Conserving?
Yeah, there's a good chance they could become extinct, you know.
Oh, so you mean what we just ate for dinner was kind of like a delicacy then?
Excuse me?
Turtle soup. I used my grandpappy's recipe, you know. I thought maybe I used too much paprika, but we do have leftovers. Would you like to come over tonight and judge for yourself?
You're full of crap. You didn't hunt any of those turtles.
What the heck do you think me and the kids have been doing down there at night? We've been hunting for the perfect specimens.
You're bluffing. You're just trying to freak me out.
If I am, is it working?
You know that's a federal crime. You could go to prison for up to 20 years and be fined up to $10,000 for killing a sea turtle.
Yeah, but I was only kidding, right? Just bluffing to freak you out, remember?
I'm going to call the sheriff. This conversation will be grounds for probable cause.
Catch you later, crazy lady.
Well, Jeffrey, did you talk to the sheriff? Did you tell him about my conversation with that Showalter creep?
Yeah, Peggy Lynn, and he said the only thing he could do was go down and look at the nests and see if they've been disturbed or tampered with in any way.
All right, so did he do it? Did he go down there and look at them?
Yep, he most certainly did, and he didn't find not one thing.
But there's 3 miles of coastline. He examined every protected nest?
We split it up, him, me, and Shirley.
Well, I'm going to do it again. I'll walk it tonight when the sands cool down.
Don't waste your time, Peggy Lynn.
Then how about a search warrant? Surely he'll have some of those dreaded leftovers in the fridge.
There's just no way that we're going to be able to convince a jury of any of this. I'm sorry.
So you're just going to give up that easily?
Well, I'm not giving up.
This tourist family is desecrating nests, slaughtering turtle children, and turning them into soup. And you're just going to stand for it?
I'm not standing for anything.
Exactly, Jeffrey. You're not standing for anything. And if you're not standing for anything, you stand for nothing.
Oh, jeez.
Listen, I don't know what you're going to do, Mr. Beach Patrol, but I'm going to show this Showalter clan how the locals take care of turtle killers. The true locals.
Wait, Peggy Lynn, now don't do anything too crazy now.
Now, whatever would make you think I would do something crazy?
The past 10 years of past experience on the job.
I'm just gonna talk to him is all.
Yeah, sure. Talk.
Greg, it's Peggy Lynn.
Who?
You know who I am. Now, what are you doing?
Well, I was just about to load up the wagon with the missus and go out to the beach with the kids. What are you doing, harassing more locals? Oh, by the way, I was waiting on a knock on my door from the feds about that delicious turtle soup, but it never came. It's a shame. If they had come, I would have offered them some.
Well, I sure hope for your sake that really was just a bluff. You and your family's sake, I mean.
What do you mean by that?
That particular turtle you supposedly claim to have eaten is native to this here island, and is by no means digestible by the human stomach.
What's that mean? Of course it is. A turtle is a turtle.
Oh, I have to argue with you there, Greg. We weren't meant to eat all turtles.
Well, that wasn't on the sign anywhere.
Well, I guess no one expected anyone to try to eat them.
So, say if you are telling the truth, which I'm sure that you aren't, what's gonna happen to us?
Well, nothing in the first 48 hours, if you're lucky. But after that, if you don't get to a major hospital within the hour, you're a goner for sure.
Wait, what do you mean? Are you saying that these turtles have, like, some kind of a poison in them or something?
I'm saying that if what you're telling me was the truth, then you and your family need to get to the nearest major city as soon as you can. I'm sorry, but it seems that you're going to have to cut your vacation short.
Oh my God, what kind of a messed up island is this where you can't even kill and eat the turtles?
Sorry if it wasn't to your liking. Might I suggest Cancun?
This is ridiculous. You're crazy. I gotta go. I gotta go pack. I gotta go find the nearest hospital. I gotta puke.
Enjoy your stay.
Well, Shirley, I just got off the phone with a Dr. Ambers at the Good Faith Medical Center.
Oh, really? And what was that all about?
Apparently he had a family by the name of the Showalters come in there frantically complaining that they were dying.
Oh, dear.
Yes, that they had been fed some rare type of sea turtle by island natives and it turned out to be toxic.
And they claimed it was us?
But they didn't name names, nor did they believe the doctor when he told them that our turtles are no more poisonous than any others.
So now what?
Now Greg Showalter has earned himself a psych evaluation.
It would probably be for the best anyway.
Have you heard anything from old Peggy Lynn today?
Nope, I was going to ask you the same thing.
Well, I suppose it's only a matter of time.
Jeffrey?
Oh, well hey there, Peggy Lynn. I was just thinking about you.
I hope you didn't hurt yourself.
Right. So have you heard anything about the Showalters?
All I know is that they are gone. I guess they had to cut their vacation short.
Yes, well, apparently they're at the hospital.
Oh, geez, that's too bad. Nothing serious, I hope.
They just, thought they may have ingested something toxic.
Well, there's a lot of dangerous things on this island if you know where to look.
And I guess they looked in the right place then.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jeffrey.
This island may change just yet, Peggy Lynn, and neither you or I or anybody else can do one thing about it. It's probably best that you just accept that now.
Speak for yourself, Jeffrey. My family has been here
5 generations, I know.
That's right. And I won't stop fighting for this place until I can no longer do it anymore.
It's a losing battle, Peggy Lynn. Manners are gone. Class is gone. Make way for bumper cars and cigarette butts.
And it's defeatist attitudes like that that will doom us, Jeffrey.
Defeatist?
You aren't a local, okay? Not born and bred, but I don't have any heirs, okay?
I'm not taking that dump of a house of yours on, Peggy Lynn.
No, not the house, the torch.
The torch?
The torch to fight for this place, for it to stay what it was. At least put up the fight, eh?
I'll do my best, Peggy Lynn, but until then, we'll do it together.
Thankfully, the Showalter family never returned to Apple Island, and no one there ever heard from them again. Peggy Lynn continues to fight various corporate changes on the island to varying degrees of success. But now she has an ally in Jeff and Shirley, and their numbers are growing.